Kevin Smith opens up about reuniting with Ben Affleck for upcoming film after fallout. After not speaking for nearly a decade, Ben Affleck and filmmaker Ahavi reunited. Affleck, 46, appears in Smith's AA sequel to 2001's Ahavi and Silent Bob Strike Back, but also to every film Smith has made, including Chasing Amy, Mallrats and Dogma. While at San Diego Comic-Con this week, Smith, 48, shared a happy selfie with Affleck and explained in a lengthy caption how the old friends reconciled after years of estrangement. Smith wrote that Affleck reprises his role as Holden Chroma Chasing Amy in the upcoming film You, but the scene that the filmmaker now calls magical and life-affirming almost didn't happen. When we started shooting the movie, the scene didn't exist. This scene You and Smith explained that while McCarthy was conducting a recent interview with Affleck, the journalist asked if he had been contacted for the Ajay and Silent Bob Barefoot. Ben said no, I was scared to be rejected, but I texted him, to paraphrase the sad old King Osric in Conan the Barbarian. There comes a time, so naturally, weepy me you who breaks down emotionally during comic book flicks you. I was a blubbery mess, Smith wrote. Not only did, Smith added, it brought back a massive missing piece of my heart. In an interview with earlier this week, Smith said, even though the Jay and Silent Bob reboot scene with Affleck didn't exist when we started, when you watch the movie you can't imagine that movie existing without it. Not only did I get that guy in my movie and the scene is fantastic it's honestly one of Ben's finest moments of his career he gave me my friend back, more importantly, Smith said. I haven't spoken. In March, Affleck spoke about possibly working with Smith again in an interview with Affleck said when asked if fans would see his character, Holden, in Smith's upcoming film. I haven't been asked. In November, asked Smith about their relationship, writing, sometimes I wonder what really happened between Ben Affleck and Kevin Smith that made them not talk to each other, tagging both stars' accounts. Smith responded, if I had to guess? It's because one of Affleck has starred in 6 films directed by Smith, all of which were released over the course of a decade.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.